In 2021, Ghana was ranked the second safest African country to live in. But is that really the case? In this video, we're going to find out. We're going to go walking around different neighborhoods to find out what it's like at nighttime, as well as drive in the middle of the night to find out what these roads are like at nighttime. I hope you guys find this video useful. Stay right through to the end to find out some safety tips that I have for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. Let's get right into it. You guys keep asking me if Ghana is safe. What better way to let you know how safe Ghana is than to show you? I'm heading out with a friend. We're going to dinner and I'm going to take you with me just so you guys can judge for yourself and see how safe Ghana is even at nighttime. So it's currently 9 p.m. and I'm about to leave home and I'm gonna head back home with you. I'm not sure what time I'm gonna head back home, but we'll go on the drive together and return together, and I'm going to show you some other scenarios so you guys can make judgments for yourself. I hope you guys find this video useful. If you do, make sure you give me a thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't already. Let's get right into it. Okay, so we are heading into the car right now. I've got my shoes here. I'm driving, so I'm just gonna wear flip-flops and then put my heels on when I get there. Can see the roads are still quite busy. That is not unusual because I meant it's actually 8:30, not 9 o'clock. My apologies. Yeah, it's 8:30 at night, so people are still going home from work and all that. All right, guys, so I just got on the motorway. I have like a few seconds to say something. So yeah, as you can see, the roads are still busy. Generally from like 9 p.m. going, you would find what's it called? You would find police on the road, but because it's still fairly early, they're not here yet. Generally, they set up barriers and they stop every car, and you know, they'll just check, have a quick look in the car before they let you go. So that definitely adds to safety. And the fact that there's several cars on the road around this time adds to safety as well. So let's keep going. That's fine, yeah. Can't pour them if I get the same thing, but I know, it's alright. Hey guys, so it is nearly 12 midnight and I am heading home now. So I'm going to show you what the roads look like as I head home. I'm taking off my heels because I can't drive in heels. Yeah, the restaurant was really lovely. The food was nice. The dessert wasn't the best, but they didn't charge us for it because, yeah, the service was good. They were trying to get like the customer service was really good. They were very curious about what our experience was because obviously they want to make sure we have a pleasant experience. So, where are my slippers? Yeah, they wanted to make sure we had a pleasant experience because it's still a new restaurant, you know. It's very pretty, like it's very lovely in there. We had a really good time. Yeah, so I'm heading home now. It's midnight, as you can see. I'm gonna have a bit more of a chat to you guys once I get home. So yeah, I'll show you what the roads look like right now that I'm going home. I'm sure the police would have set up by now. So yeah, let's go home. Hey guys, if you can't tell already, I am back home. I just wanted to update you guys. As you guys saw, it was a smooth drive home. Every time I go out, generally it's a smooth drive home. Well, I've never really had any safety issues coming back home in the middle of the night before. Generally, most of the time it's quite safe. As you guys saw, I went through 3 different police barriers coming home, and even though the police don't check every single car that come past, I think it really helps to minimize the risk of having like any safety concerns because people know that there's police around, you know what I mean? Yeah, and there's still cars on the road even around this time. It's currently, I think it's about 1 a.m. now, and there's still cars on the road and stuff like that, so it doesn't really feel scary. I think personally, if you have a car, that really helps to increase your safety if you live in Ghana. Not having a car is not very helpful because, or like not having a car or a personal driver is not very helpful because let's say 1 a.m. you have to request for an Uber or a Bolt or a taxi or something like that. You're getting in a car with a stranger whom you don't know from anywhere, and I think that is where the safety concerns arise. So it's either you have your own car and you're driving, or you have a very reliable driver who takes you everywhere and picks you up from everywhere, especially late in the night like this. I think that's a good way to alleviate a lot of the safety concerns. I feel like when it comes to Ghana in general, your risk of being attacked is very low. But then there's issues like, you know, if you're driving at night, people are driving with their highlights that can blind you and that would cause issues. And then potholes, not being able to see the potholes, you might pop your tie. You know, those are the things that brings about safety concerns, but it's not necessarily about someone meeting you and attacking you or shooting you or anything like that. I feel like things like that rarely ever happen. I'll see you guys soon. I'm gonna go and like walk around other neighborhoods and stuff like that at night time to give you guys more of an idea about safety in the night in Ghana. So yeah, I hope you guys are finding this helpful so far. Make sure you give me a thumbs up. I'm tired, I'm going to bed. Hey guys, so our journey to test whether Ghana is safe continues today. We're in Comtigwan right now. I don't know what this road is called, but it's basically in front of the MTN office. There's only one MTN office in Comtigwan. We're going to walk through some of the neighborhoods. This area is a little bit slummy. Yeah, the people here are of the lower socioeconomic background, and you know, generally crime is higher in those kind of places, but here I feel quite safe. But either way, let's go and have a quick walk through so I can show you what it's like. So Comtigwan is divided into different sites. This is site 15. As you can see, there's still a lot of people walking around. Yeah, just greet them, say good evening when you see them, and that's it. That's all you have to do. I don't feel unsafe here at all. At all. I could come here by myself. Obviously, I have my camera guy with me, but I could come here by myself. So the time is 7:39. As you can see, a lot of people are sitting outside their house just enjoying fresh air. It makes me feel even extra safe. Another thing that adds to the security in these lower socioeconomic areas is everybody knows everybody. And so the chances that somebody within the area is going to commit a crime is a little bit lower because they know their chances of being caught is quite high because people will recognize you so easily and it's easy for them to, you know, arrest you or beat you up really. So I feel like people are held more accountable in these areas and they're a bit more responsible. So that can also add a bit more security when you live in these areas or when you walk around these areas.
Everyone here.
I've told Ashaiman previously, I personally won't feel safe walking around Ashaiman in the night like I am in Kumtiwan. Even though I've never lived in Kumtiwan, it is a little bit of a slummy area, but it still feels quite safe. As you saw, I've walked through some alleyways to get here. Apparently this area is 14 square or something like that. And yeah, I'm still walking around feeling okay. And the good thing is a lot of people sit outside at night, like I said, you know, for fresh air and stuff like that. So you always feel like you're cared for, you know what I mean? And that definitely adds to the safety. From the MTN road to BMT. So the road here divides sites 15 and site 19. So we're done with MT1. We're going to move to a more residential area and walk around there as well. So I personally don't feel, there's certain areas that I don't feel like people that come from the west will live in. That's like Kumtiwan, I don't feel like people that come from the west will want to live here, you know what I mean? But I still wanted to show it to you anyway, just so you have an idea of what it looks like at night time. I feel like I need to clarify why I said Kumtiwan is not an area where diasporans will want to live. I said it because I feel like a lot of diasporans move to Ghana wanting something close to what they're used to, you know, and you can't really find those type of houses around here, generally speaking. So that's what I meant. Residential area, this is Community 11. As you can see, it's super quiet. Nobody sits outside. Like, to be honest, you can actually feel more safer in the slums around this time than you would in these areas, because here nobody stays outside. Everyone is always inside, like no matter what time of the day it is. But generally, like, I mean, I live in a residential area and I like going for walks, but I'll go between like 5:30 and 6:30. That's a good time because it's busy and it's not proper dark. After 7, I feel like it's not too dark, especially because everyone is inside their house. Anyway, let's go and take a walk around and show you. It doesn't feel unsafe, but at the same time, it's a bit weird because you don't see many people walking around. But let's go experience it. It's currently about 8:30 in the evening, so let's go. So as we go on our walk in this area, I'm just going to have a quick chat to you guys about a couple of things that you can do to ensure safety if you only just moved here, or if you're planning on moving here, or whatever the case might be. The first thing I'd say is, if you do not live in a gated community, getting security is advisable. Getting your own security, where you have a security man at the gate all the time, is usually helpful. In choosing these guys, you have to do due diligence. Make sure you know where they're coming from, where their home is, who their family is. Get to know them really, really well before you hire them to take care of your place for you. So that would be step number one. If you're living in a gated community, that's very helpful. It's just that generally the really good gated communities can be pricey, so some people do not want to live there. So if you don't want to live there, then be ready to hire a security person. Generally, it's not too expensive to get a security person, but you just have to make sure they are the right fit for you. As I said, personally, I won't go for a walk around this time in these areas. No, I would not feel safe. It's too quiet. So as you saw, we just saw a couple going for a walk, I guess. Yeah. So it's not too bad after all. You guys need to practice regular safety precautions when you come to Ghana. you know, find a decent area that you feel comfortable living in. If you want to go for a walk, go at a decent time, like between 5:30. By that time it's not too hot. At the same time, there's a lot of people out, so it's quite safe. The chances that you're not going to be robbed or anything is very, very low. Try and get your own car, or have like a designated driver who takes you to places rather than just getting random boat drivers. Like all these things you can do to enhance your safety around here. Generally speaking, Ghana is pretty safe. If you take the right precautions, you'll be just fine. The other thing I would say is you need to be really picky about the kind of places you go to have fun and to spend your time. Generally, if you go to the places where, you know, it's like a free concert or something on the road where it's super crowded and stuff like that, the chances that somebody is going to steal your purse or your phone or something like that is really high. I've been here for God knows how long, and I don't think I've been to even one free concert, and I think it's because of the safety concerns associated with that. The people that generally go to these things, they are ready to fight if you try to take something from them. I'm not ready to do that, so I just avoid it. So that's something to think about as well. That one of those people that feel super awkward when you go for a run and stuff like that. You have to live in a restricted area. Like there's no other way around it, because it's quite enough for you to go for a run without feeling like people are watching you, you know. Yeah. The other thing is, if you're driving, make sure your windows are up with the aircon on all the time. If you have to put the window down, don't put it too low to the point where someone can put their hand through the car, because that is something that I've heard before, where people have something on their car seat and someone just reaches through the window and just grabs whatever it is. So that's something to be aware of as well. Generally speaking, Ghana is quite safe. I haven't had any safety concerns whatsoever. Even when I wasn't living in a gated community, when I lived in my own house on my own, I never had any safety issues. And all I did was make sure that I just took really good care of my place, and just like, you know, your general safety precautions that you will practice anywhere you go, you have to make sure you're doing that as well. And finally, get to know your neighbors. Knowing your neighbors can make a significant difference in your safety. In my old house, every time I go traveling, my neighbors were aware. They would always take care of the place for me. They were great. It can make a really, really big difference if you have good neighbors that you get along well with in terms of your safety. The other thing is, don't go using any dodgy alleyways in the middle of the night saying that this is a shortcut and I'm trying to get home quickly because it's late. It's just not a good idea. It's never a good idea, whether you're in Ghana, whether you're in another country. So those are the final two things that I would mention in terms of safety. Alright, you guys, so I hope this has given you a little glimpse into what Ghana is like when you walk around in the night, and it has given you a bit of an idea around safety. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. Don't forget to follow your bliss, so that life is short. Follow your bliss, follow your bliss, and follow your bliss, and thumbs up for me walking around in the middle of the night for you guys. Well, it's not really the middle of the night, but you know, it's quite late. Alright, bye.